Hey guys, how's it going again? Welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be talking about RKO, which I think is one of the best heroes from Super Slam. I think he's quite good. While everybody gets in here, how did everybody's pre-release go? Today I'm joined by Thomas and Aaron yet again. Say hello.
You're looking quite fancy today, Damien.
Oh yeah. Gosh, yeah.
What's the occasion?
I have a nice shirt on. You know,
looking dapper.
I am looking dapper.
Have I ever seen you with a collar?
No. Please. I know. How did your guys' pre-releases go if you went to one?
Dude, I opened gas. Like, all of my pre-releases, all the openings were great. And I was mainly a 2-1 gamer until my very last one. I went 3-0 with RKO.
Oh, well, that proves that it's the best hero in Super Slam.
Dude, once you understand that you just need to just throw a whole bunch of 3-for-7s until you get to your blue base, and then you start throwing forked attacks, like, deck seems really strong and limited.
I mean, being able to convert your hero power into a bunch of extra, like, damage when you in a format where you don't have weapons is pretty good. Also makes it hard to block when it's all at instant speed.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and move over to deck list while we start talking about RKO. We're going to do a lot of talking about this deck since it's new, and then we'll end up playing some games with it.
I think the biggest thing that, like, I find weird about this hero is I don't know if this was the intention of how it was supposed to be played and built by the developers, but like almost nothing that he does feels like a brute hero, other than rolling scabs and rolling ones. That's pretty brute.
I'm playing.
What about screaming out "Big Bully" every time you get to play Big Bully?
Big Bully, love that.
Big Bully.
He's got the brute armor set. That's very British. Yeah. When you scowling
like 20 D reacts and Fiddler's Green. How's that brute?
I mean, that's a banger.
How much does a Guardian 8 damage attack cost? Isn't it 4 usually?
Yeah, it's like 4.
For red, yeah.
So
yeah, but you know.
Well, they have crush effects, you know, really powerful.
We have.
Effects.
You know what it feels like? It feels like Rhinar, right? It feels like mid-range Rhinar.
You still have Intimidate, but you have way better numbers.
Yes. You traded Intimidate, which I think is a flawed mechanic until the opponent wants to block.
They also don't really have the spike turns, right? Because Rhinar can still do the Blood Rush claw thing. So they're playing like Wild Rides and stuff.
I don't know. I definitely still do
spike. Yeah. Their quote-unquote spike turn is usually 5/5/8, right?
That's pretty good when they don't have a hand.
My spike turn is my spike turns when I roll Scabskins and I go swing big into the CNC off of like a Vigor or a Tunic counter.
You gotta lead with Nimby when you roll a 6.
Yes.
That's the best feeling. Now, this deck's pretty good. I mean, it's just mid-range soup, but you have Scowling Fleshbag, which is OP, and your numbers are really good.
And you have 9 copies of Mocking Blow.
Yeah, that card's really good.
Card's crazy.
The Vigor tokens play so well in this deck. I love using them with I love using them with Tunic to play like free swing bigs.
If I recall, for the longest time, they denied brute Vigor support. They gave it all to like Warrior and Guardian. I can understand why they never gave it to brute.
Yeah, I mean, the attacks are like overrated already, so making them even cheaper just kind of...
If you notice, they still mainly kept it away from brute. It's specifically reviled brute, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have the clash stuff for regular brute, so they gave them some.
Okay, so
I wish we could play the clash cards, but we can't. We're not very good at clashing.
No.
All right.
It's because like this deck doesn't care about 6s, you know.
We have the deck pulled.
It doesn't feel like a brute.
We have the deck pulled up. Let's start talking about the deck. Other than it's got good numbers. So we do the main 60 that I sent you guys a link in the chat. You guys know this deck list. I've been playing it for like 2 weeks. We got one big bully in the main deck. The general good cards like Show of Strength, Swing Big, Command and Conquer, E-Strike, a bunch of defense reactions, 9 Mocking Blow, and then like Blue Nimblism, Blue Nimby, Blue Nimblism, and Outside Interference, the best card in our deck. And then just like general good blues.
All the blues. That's one thing that's like really notable about this deck. Like with an exception of maybe Booze, every blue in this deck is insane.
Yeah, all the cards play really well with your hero power. You have a lot of flexible ways to either use your hero power or just use cards that have good value themselves. You kind of play different lines depending on when you make vigor tokens. Turns where you have the vigor or your tunic counter up can be a lot more powerful than when you don't have them. And then when you don't have them, you take more setup lines, things like blocking down to a 1-card Mocking Blow, or maybe you use like Villainous Pose as an extender and you like set up a vigor to try and boo. But this is definitely a very defensive deck. Your whole engine requires you to be higher life total to get your, Mocking Blow and Big Bully value. So if you're able to maintain a higher life total than your opponent, you can kind of have some pretty disgusting value turns back to back and kind of keep the lead for the entire game until they eventually will die from you throwing just overrate big numbers and them not being able to punch through your defenses. So you play all of the life gain and the dereact cards to be able to block as much as you can, as efficiently as you can, so that you can maintain the life lead, so you can keep the booing going.
I think armor in this deck is quite hysterical because the moment I started playing this deck, I started using an armor in a different way than you would conventionally use armor. You just use armor to stay ahead in life. That's literally it. That's the only
You punch it so fast.
It's gone in the if you are forced to go first, this armor is gone in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, it's like the opposite of what everyone always thinks to use armor for. A lot of the learning how to play Flesh and Blood is how to properly use armor, and you'll see a lot of newer players just kind of throw it willy-nilly on attacks that don't have on hits or don't really have a purpose behind it, just to pad their life total because they don't want to take big chunks of damage at a time, even though they want to keep their cards. Which is a mistake most of the time, and that's part of like the learning curve of playing Flesh and Blood. But this deck is like the opposite, right? Because you actually just care about the life total value on your armor a lot of the time, and if it's the difference between going above or below them, you definitely throw the armor for vanilla value a lot.
A lot of times it's like, oh, I drew an extra 6, time to block with gloves.
So would you say that this deck is sneakily really hard to play? Because the numbers look like they're face up, but they're not most of the time, because you have to know the play lines that make your turns efficient to like truly play this deck. I mean, it looks really simple on the surface.
I think people who understand Tunic Cadence will do really well. There was not like a really high learning curve, but if you don't understand like Tunic Cadence and like managing the Vigor token, this deck is very, very difficult to actually get the value you expect out of it.
I think it looks weird when you're just like looking at the list if you've never played it before. Like you can't visualize exactly how you're doing like these disgusting number turns that people who play the deck claim to get. But once you actually look at hands and play the deck a few times, it kind of clicks on the tempo of the deck and what lines are available to you. And then once you kind of figure out what it looks like, I feel like it's pretty easily repeatable for the most part. I mean, no Flesh and Blood deck is going to be completely brain dead because the game is just not like that. It's difficult at a very fundamental level, but I don't think this deck is overly complicated in terms of sequencing. So someone it reminds me a lot of Ira, where like a lot of the time Ira is very easy to optimally sequence value, but having the decision making of when to block, when to attack, when to arsenal, when to push is all very contextual on your matchups and how the games are going. And any mid-range deck plays like that, and this is no different. So even though your hands might be very simple, sometimes you might be put in situations where all you're doing is blocking, or maybe you block less because you want to push an advantage to get their life total down faster. Sometimes they don't give you the opportunity to block, and you kind of have to work with excess cards that you might not be able to convert super easily, and trying to find like the best ways to manage that. So I think the deck is like on the easier side once you see the lines, but it is not necessarily the most intuitive deck, I guess. It's not as simple as Ira is, where I give you a blue card and a CNC and you know how to play it. Where this game, you'll get a bunch of hands. It's like, oh, these cards are really weird. What am I supposed to do with them?
First time you draw a blue NIMBY with a Vigor token and you block for like not somewhere between 9 and 12 value, and then throw NIMBY for 6. That's when it clicks.
Let's talk about some of the more interesting cards of the deck that have incredible value. Let's talk about the blues. Let's talk about outside interference, overcrowded, and still victory. So, still victory is a very powerful card in my opinion. The number of ponder tokens I'm going to with this card is astronomical. This card is so good. I've stolen Rune Chance, Eloquence tokens. I've taken Mites. I've taken Vigors. This card's crazy. Ponder is the most powerful one to take, though. Usually it's when your opponent... I like to sandbag steal victory when I'm playing against somebody who can play Codex, because you could just take their ponder token. It's just so powerful. It could just ruin turns taking certain tokens.
Hila Vincent's rune chant that she needs to continue her turn correctly has been absolutely hilarious.
Overcrowded. This card blocks for 2 until it blocks for 5. And then it's one of the best blocking cards in the deck. I only play 1. There's an argument for me to play 2. I don't think playing 3 is correct, because you don't always slide your tokens very well. Granted, you do have Bone Breaker, but your Bone Breaker is not always on enough, and how often are you blocking such a high number that you need to make the Might token and block Overcrowded? But it's quite a good card in my opinion. It's a great one-up, because once you put it in the bin, Codex are just destroyed by this card.
Yep, this one card in graveyard just makes every Codex terrible.
Outside interference, the best card in our deck, because it's so many cards in our deck. So as you see in our main deck, we have 1 copy of Big Bully. The other 2 are in the sideboard. Outside interference is a hand extender. It's actually a very powerful hand extender, because with Mandible Claw, you can discard this game, go again, and get any of these cards on the sideboard. 9 times out of 10, you're grabbing Big Bully. It's usually you block down to a 2-card hand, you go pitch a blue with a Vigor or Tunic, you discard outside, you grab Big Bully, you go 2-card 11, and you make a Vigor for the next turn, which is almost felling the crown numbers.
I mean, it's just everything you want a card to be. It's like the perfect toolbox card. It's a blue. It blocks for 3, because you just discard and grab a 3 block if you ever need to block with it. Other than it being only tied to reviled attack actions, you can freely get whatever you want among that card pool. So there's enough difference here, with Big Bully, or if we need to grab some more specific cards for specific circumstances, you can always grab those. But it's just like the perfect, this card is whatever I need it to be at any time. You can just pitch it. It pitch stacks itself to the bottom of the deck. You just pitch it in the early game as a blue, and then when it comes around a second cycle and the game is getting low and your opponent's deck is getting weaker, you just discard these for your best turns at the very end of the game. So this card is obviously very, very strong.
I'm gonna run it. Oh
no, you're good. You can go ahead. I was done.
I'm gonna run over some quick niche cases for outside interference. So it is an instant, which means if your opponent attacks you, you can block it and just grab a 3 block from your sideboard. This card blocks for 0, but this card never blocks for 0. So other cases where I like to use it on blocking and defense, I'll discard it and grab Tear Down the Idols, and you could block Tear Down the Idols with Bone Breaker. So you could turn it into a might token as well on defense. And when you don't have enough resources or you're lower on life and Bug Bully's not really an option, that's why we play Bask in Your Own Greatness. It's just like the best revival attack that isn't Big Bully that you grab. Also, if you play outside the interference in your deck and your opponent drops a 3, they're basically dead. Because you can go Claw, outside interference, Bully tactics. So 3 or less, if they have outside interference in their deck, they're basically lost the game the moment you draw it. Alright, let's talk about the sideboard. So we have.
I know. Hang on.
Oh.
I noticed you don't have a copy of Mocking Blow in the sideboard. I know a lot of people do that.
I run the yellow in the sideboard in my list. I like one.
Yeah. So what
Doesn't
is the
come up
difference
often,
between
though.
playing one in the sideboard versus not, and why would you choose to do one or the other?
I think I don't play Mocking Blow on the sideboard because Bask in Your Own Greatness is that spot. I love to have 9 Mocking Blows in the main deck. It just increases your Mocking Blow consistency. And if I'm going to grab a card that's a 0 for 4 that does something and makes some tokens, I think Bask is really good. You're trying to grab Big Bully most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
as a one card play, you think Bask is just good enough that you don't? You'd rather have the Mocking Blow in your deck.
Well, if the hand is literally just outside interference, I think it's grab Big Bully, Arsenal, pass.
The reason we put the Bask in your deck is there are occasions that you do want to apply pressure and you have like a floating vigor token you can't even use, and you can convert it into a might token on the next turn, which in some matchups isn't trivial. Like a really notable matchup is Gravy Bones, because the 4 point on the Bask as a base 4 is actually super important, because a lot of times 3 doesn't cut it for clearing out allies. And then if you make up a single might token, you now have the ability to clear an ally with a claw on the next turn cycle.
All right. So the sideboard, we have 1 Bask, 2 Big Bully, 2 Bully Tactics, 2 Give and Take, 2 Oasis, Tear Down the Idols, 3 Arc Smash, and then 83. So let's start talking about this. I'm going to start off with Arc Smash, the card I added to the deck because I thought it was funny, and then the card that became the most powerful card in our sideboard because I didn't know it'd come into like 8 to 10 matchups. And it is one of the best cards in your deck. I think it's really funny. So, Arc Smash. Roll a 6-sided die, destroy X items, where X is half that number, round it down. Just like Scabskins. You roll a 1, nothing happens. You roll a 6, you blow up 3 items. You don't roll anything in between, you do half of that, round it down. Alright. Matchups you bring Arc Smash into. I'd bring it into Kano, Verdance, Max, Puffin, Dash IO. You could bring it into Victor if you like. I bring it into Kasai to destroy the Raisin Army stack. And it's also a 3-block non-attack for Centauri Sellsword. You bring it into Bolton because it blocks for 3 and it's a non-attack, which is not trivial. I mean, your whole deck.
His wife at some point too.
I don't think that's ever gonna. I don't think I'm ever gonna like not swing 8 and blow up Spirit of Arena, but yeah, that's a choice.
If he gives you full tempo and that's just like the best thing you do, then yeah, I guess.
I mean, you got it.
You only need to get a 2.
This card invalidates Nitro Mechanoid. I am so sorry, Max players. Yeah, that's like it. Arc Smash just generically good, in my opinion. Oasis, we got that for Kano, decks with confidence, Arcane, Verdance. We can bring it in there. I've put Give and Take in the sideboard because this card is really messed up at matchups that will go pretty long. Because if it's in your second cycle, Give and Take can be 6 power, so it's like 3 or 6, but they can never block 6 on it if it's for 3, because if they do, they give you like infinite value. I just got Natural Go again. This card's like just good. It's also really good into Gravy as like a multi-clear tool.
It's also just like a great card to pad your deck out if you need to, like, because a lot of times our strategy is we just pad out to about 64 to 66 cards, right?
Yes. In matchups that we think will go to fatigue, it's like a 64 card deck.
And but again, that's a block 3 for 1 and has an anti-fatigue effect. It's really strong.
You know when you make too many Vigor tokens and you can't use them? Give and Take's just like 3, go again. It's pretty good. It's just losing standard. Alright. Do you guys have any opinions on the sideboard before we move on to matchups?
It's just like one or two cards here and there for me. I'm always in or out on whether I should be running 3 Arg Smash or just 2.
I think it's quite good.
It is very good.
So
do you
also,
ever like need to resolve 3, or do you just play 3 so that you see them more often?
you play 3 to see them more often.
You're almost
How
always
many,
gonna have to
how
block
many,
with one.
how many do you find yourself resolving in a game for it to like do its job, right? Do you usually just one is enough, or are you trying to resolve multiple?
Usually at the first one, the opponent just concedes.
If the first one, they just give up.
Yep, because the matchups you cast them in, they're pretty powerful. Like into Gravy, you played into Gravy. I forgot to mention that one. You could into Gravy. Our goal is to fatigue them, as you can tell, because we don't have much go again. And blowing up rum and gold is impactful to the game plan.
Yeah, gravy turns that don't have any gold or can be so awful.
Gravy
run,
without
you take out the deck, like reduces their width by about 6 points.
So, if the Gravy ever sits there, plays an amulet, tries to set up and passes, you just like have an Arc Smash, you could just ruin their day. Cards I consider playing, but am not, but I'm trying to fit in the deck. It's really just this one card right here, Ready to Roll. I think this card's cool. It's also a KO spec, but in the picture he has 2 arms, so I'm not sure how KO spec this is. Yeah, I mean,
Back
just
in
like
the day.
when you roll 1 dice, roll 2. Yeah, that's sick. It's a blue block 3. I mean, sometimes people love to strand you with cards with this deck because they don't think you can convert the hand. It's like a lead the charge if it blocks 3 and didn't have any requirements attached to it. Because if you're rolling,
had a chance to fail.
Yeah.
But
But
it's gonna be like double funny when you roll 2 1s after playing Ready to Roll.
You were just faded at that point. Also, I guess it can light up with Arc Smash. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but it could. Could do that. All right. Let's talk about good and bad matchups. I don't think we beat Florian. I don't think you could do it at all. Maybe a 10% matchup.
Yeah, Reaping Blade turning off life gain is very annoying for this deck since we use the life gain very well. We want to keep, higher. And it's without the life gain and just in general, it's really hard to out mid-range Florian. I mean, he's just doing value numbers just like we are, but he has Germinate and we don't. It's just kind of tough to get to the point where we can actually kill him ever before we just end up getting outvalued and die ourselves.
I know other decks play looking for scrap and stuff. I personally don't like playing those cards. Playing 2 blocks has always just like, I tried playing certain cards in this deck before. The 2 blocks really just ruined my hand sometimes. I mean, you already play like enough cards that you don't want to block with.
Like the 2 block go-agains aren't like making you. It's playing like your 2 card Mocking Blow for 10 that's making you win the game.
Yeah, any hand that looking for a scrap can just be fixed by rolling Scabskin leathers. So just do that and don't roll 1s. Easy. You don't need extenders.
I do think that Florian is the only matchup in which you just straight probably aren't beating most of the time. I think matchups that you have like an unfavored matchup into to like neutral would be somewhere along the lines of Syndra if you were forced to go first. And Gravy is quite a hard matchup. It's quite skill intensive. I mean, it's on you to like not lose the game. Acilio, we have to pressure him at a very fast rate. I think those are the. Am I forgetting something?
No, I think that's it.
So I will have to make the point that those are like the 3 top meta decks right now. So it isn't the greatest position to be in if those are your bad matchups.
It's
but
like
I don't think Gravy's a bad matchup, and also Verdance is a dog deck.
yeah, beating Verdance is really nice, but like
yeah,
beating Verdance very convincingly, but losing to Florian very convincingly is, you're just playing that roulette because people play both of those decks, and it's just, oh, do I get the Verdance players or do I get the Florian players?
And when I say bad matchup, there's a reason I separated it from Florian. We're talking like 40, 45.
Yeah, they're still playable.
Like very playable matchups. Yeah,
I assume you say Syndra's bad because if they go second, it's hard to ever get above them in life.
You have to just jam your armor. You have to like immediately flashback them. Like, it's so bad.
But if you can get a little bit up and stay up, you can walk them down to the point that, like, maybe you actually just straight up fatigue them because they're blocking their whole hand every turn until you kill them.
I mean, they're never going to get massive momentum on you.
No, your deck is just like literally trying to put down your hand and play 1 to 2 cards. Now let's talk about our really good matchups. Ones that you'd play this deck for. I think Verdance is nearly unlosable if you play this deck correctly. I've seen people try to counter your strategy. I've had somebody cast 12 Burn Bears and put 3 trees and play for 3 turns. And they couldn't kill me. Like this deck gains so much life and does defense on such a rough scale. It's practically unwinnable. And if they play potions, you have 3 copies of Arg Smash. I mean, yeah, they could put their potions back with Everbloom Life, but you play 3 Arg Smash. You also aren't just some deck that sits there. You will just kill them. If they try to like spend 7 action points a game developing potions.
Yeah, I mean, we are a very defensive mid-range deck, but we still do throw 8, 12 damage a lot. So if you're playing against a deck that is trying to keep as many cards as possible to push through the defenses, then they can't really afford to be blocking constantly. So every time you throw 8 at them, they are forced into a kind of a tough situation. It's very similar to like playing against Decimator Axe decks, where all they do is just block, and you never want to block them because you need all your cards to push through, and then they'll just randomly go Axe Felling card or whatever it is, and like Axe for 10, and you're like, dang, well, I don't want to block this. I guess I'll take 10. You can only do that so many times.
Yeah, I played against a Verdance that was on like So Tomorrow, and they were recycling their trees, and they cast Burn Bear like 12 times, and I was like, how can you still not kill me? This is crazy. And they had Evergreen in their deck and still died. So, I mean, like, your deck outraces Evergreen very efficiently. Like, you're okay going turn to turn against Evergreen.
Yeah, because like while you're taking the game that long, I mean, you're still throwing numbers at them that they have to block, or they'll take chip damage to try and keep these cards, and then it gets down to their Evergreen loop, and they're at 10 life, and you throw 10 at them, and they're like, oh, well, I guess I gotta block the last cards of my deck. And then I die.
Other matchups, I find it pretty hard to lose. Vinset, I have yet to even like drop low to a Vinset.
I feel like that might be another nearly 0%. You just have too many blues. You have too good of armor. You deal enough damage that they can't just sit there and stack on you.
I don't think Riptide could ever beat this either. It's got too much. Nope. It's just
you can just block all game and he fatigues.
Yep. I mean, like, it's funny because
you're not really triggering the traps either, right? Because you're just changing the base, or you're throwing like swing bigs and stuff.
I've played against
trigger the attack greater than base a couple times.
It's only on
Mocking Blow, I guess, but
it's really funny though. I was playing against one on Talishar, and he tried to buzzsaw my big bully, and it resolved, and he just sat there for like a minute, and then passed. And I was like, "Yep, it says it's all base power. Big bully is literally all base power. So crazy." Are there any other matchups that are almost unlosable?
How does Prism ever beat this deck? I don't think it feels mostly unwinnable for Prism.
Oh, it does feel pretty bad for Prism.
You've got a nice, healthy, like set of poppers. Like you defense react when you don't have a popper, and you just smack her around.
What do you mean?
She starts at lower health.
Like, when you have Tunic, you can just make a popper. Pitch a blue Tunic. make a popper. Anything in the deck can be a
that
popper.
too.
You go,
Yeah, I
you,
don't-
you
I
go
never even
block.
thought of using the power on defense.
Yeah, you go pitch a blue tunic, turn my 1 power card into a popper. My turn, swing big, go. Like, whatever.
You're still a brute, so you have Scabskins if they try to do some
Arclight
Arclight Sentinel shenanigans.
Especially if you're playing
Yep.
ready to roll. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I do think that card is a 1-up is cooking. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
I don't know. A lot of the blues in this deck are really useful, so it'd be hard to like find space. But
Chat, what do
we
you
can
think
try it
about
to see?
Chat? What do you think about ready to roll? What's your guys' opinion?
It says KO on it. It can't be bad,
It's
right?
a KO spec. It can't be good. It's got and he's on the card. This is KO spec. What card has ever sucked that had their picture on it and had the word specialization on it?
I think all of the KO specs are bad historically.
Regicide? Regicide's a great card, right?
Hey, it says win the game on it. It's the only card in the game that says win the game on it.
It also says lose the game on it, right?
Shh. We don't need to talk about that.
We don't talk about that part. Just do the win the game part. You'll be fine.
All right. Other matchups we want to talk about. I guess we could briefly go over Kano. So for Kano, you need to combo Oasis and Arc Smash. You need to let them set up some potions and then play Arc Smash. And if they try to rip in response, you have an Oasis and 83. That's just like the general game plan. If they get there, they get there. What can you do? It's Kano.
What about Guardians?
Guardians, you try to outmath them. You're a math deck. You have so many defensive cards in life game that dominate as like a suggestion. So,
Do you think any of the Guardians are harder than the others, or are they all kind of very similar?
Victor would
Victor's
probably be
pretty
the
good.
hardest. Victor would probably be the
Yeah.
hardest until you reveal an 8 off the top of your deck and they go
Unlucky.
unlucky.
Yeah, unlucky. He's pretty good at blocking you though, and he also gets value from blocking you. He can actually utilize the Quicken token that he takes off of you from Swing Big, so he could be challenging.
Can you beat him before he kills you with like Remembrance, Goldmane Estate stuff?
What do you mean? You played 3
I mean-
Arc Smash. When does the Goldman Estate ever get that big?
Do you have enough space in that matchup to like resolve all the Arc Smashes to kill his gold stack?
I renamed your deck? Yeah, I did. I thought it was clever, Taylor. I renamed it in a very clever way. It's also very different from your deck, I think. I think you play a different set of cards.
It's not that different. I mean, we're about to make the joke again.
Oh,
You
what?
added 3
Oh yeah,
E-strikes.
I added 3 E-strikes and changed your deck, Taylor. I'm not saying
Actually
your name
different.
was bad. I'm just saying that mine's better. Yeah, the other thing I like about this deck is when this deck gets to second cycle, somehow you like never run out of gas. Like the deck still like every hand like somehow produces like
Yeah, you
a big
always,
number.
you always either bottomed a show a strength with an E-strike, or it was like your 4th resource for the turn because you were off Vigor token, and you just used it to pump your Mocking Blow up to 10. Like, there's always something there at the bottom of the deck. I do every time we see Villainous Post with Fate Foreseen, straight to the bottom.
dude, Villainous Post sucks. Every time I like look at it with a Fate, I'm like, why is this in the deck? Bottom. I get the second cycle, I'm like, Villainous Post plus Nimby. I see. This is why I've put it in the deck. Or when you're behind and you need to boo for Big Bully, you're like, this is like a necessary evil kind of card. We try to play Prime the Crowd. That card sucks because it says attack actions. So it doesn't hit claw. Also, in the Reviled Revered Mirror, it gives your opponent a thing, which is really bad.
Yeah, I cut that card immediately.
Yeah, it's just like the moment I realized it didn't hit my claw in a game, I said, oof, and I replaced it instantly.
With E-strike.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was.
When in
it was
doubt, put
cutting.
E-strike in your mid-range
It-
deck.
I know. I remember Thomas was like, why don't we play E-strike? E-strike's for decks that suck. And I go, no, you don't get it. It's a tool.
It blocks for 3.
Card. It blocks for 3.
E-Strike is for decks that have flaws. And this deck does have flaws, and E-Strike fixes a lot of them.
It's like silly putty, you know? It just brings everything together.
Yeah.
Are there any other matchups we'd like to go over? On the Warriors, you're just value trading. For Kasai, you have to specifically play Arc Smash to ruin their Raisin armies.
Does this deck want to go first or second generally?
It wants to go second almost every game.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
just block your
imagine.
whole hand.
I can't imagine a scenario you want to go first. It's pretty like awkward unless you draw like exactly booze. Like I don't see why.
What about into setup decks like Vincent, Dio?
You still go second because the Vincent goes banish a card, take 1 to blood debt, and all of a sudden you have a higher life total.
Yeah.
And
You
then
definitely go second.
Oh,
your
perfect.
deck's online. Into Dash IO, you can go first, throw an attack. If they block, it takes cards out of their deck. If you have a Mocking Blow, it makes it bigger. They start at a naturally lower life than you. Just like your fatigue and Dio, like I don't see how the deck doesn't. Have you seen this deck? This deck blocks. I like cut the 2 blocks in the Dio matchup and just put 3 blocks in. I leave enough 3 blocks in my sideboard for outside interference, and that's about it. Like you just block them down. It's kind of irritating.
You cut the NIMBYs?
Yeah. You're not trying to damage them. You're just trying to run them out of deck. You play Arc Smash into them too, so if they ever take a setup turn, they go like Cerebellum and some other items. You could just smash them all with Arc Smash.
Arc Smash does block 3.
It does. It's a yellow block 3. It's actually quite good. Dude, if this card didn't block 3, I would have dubious thoughts about cutting it.
And if you ever get to blow up a Teklo Pounder or a Teklo Core with Arc too,
Dude, blowing up
like 10% to your win rate.
Dude, blowing up Teklocore and Cerebellum in the same turn is like destroying 2 intellect. It's pretty bad.
That is pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
They were trying to take that setup turn.
Yeah.
Which is a setup turn that happens quite often because those are the 2 most powerful cards you can usually see on the board that you're like a roll your eyes when they hit the board. Is that it for matchups? Is that everything we're going over?
Did you talk about Acilio? I forgot.
Yeah, you just have to kill Acilio before he kills you. Yep, that's it.
That's it. There's really nothing else to it. You're a little bit unfavored just because like Acilio's so aggressive. And you don't have a ton of disruption. I think if you're like taking this deck to Armory and you're playing against a bunch of Acilios, you should definitely be putting Erase Face into your deck.
Do you play Arcane Barrier into him?
Nope.
You need Fleshbag.
You play you don't play the AB gloves either?
No, you have to like loom Fleshbag over them and just like try to kill them.
I mean, Fleshbag is definitely very important. You need to be able to not get obliterated by a combo turn.
Yeah, that's the gist of it. Like, you just have to try to kill him. You block really, really well, so you're pretty good at keeping CLV from getting, like, the ideal value. And your Fleshbag just says, like, your pop-off turn is always going to be -1 card, and you don't know which card that is.
Oh, let's talk about something interesting. When to roll Scabskins. Because there's actually...
All the time.
There's actually
I
like
have a hard time articulating when you should do it.
There's some kind of like thought pattern to it. Like there's a specific. I see myself activating scabs on like a bunch of the same scenarios. Like so, it's usually when you have Sigil of Solace. Like you really activate Scabskins when you're okay rolling a 1. Like you don't lose enough value to care that you rolled a 1. Or you're very greedy with your
Also, if your opponent, like, if you know that all you're going to throw is, like, 6, and you know your opponent wants to block 6, and you don't care, you're, like, perfectly, like, in the way the tempo of the game is going, you're perfectly okay with literally just passing. Either, like, throw 12 or throw nothing, right?
Yes. I think Scabs is actually very powerful in this deck. You just have to be very smart with it. Okay.
It's not so integral to the game plan though that we would ever bother running Gambler's Gloves though. I don't think.
No, that's why we're playing Ready to Roll.
I think Gravy is the only one I could think of where it might be useful to have the Gambler's Gloves, but
That
we don't
was
have two
sometimes-
claws. We don't have two claws, so that makes like rolling like way worse in general.
well, sometimes you might want to like claw into an attack, you know, to kill 2 allies or something. It would be nice to try and do those lines more often, but if you roll a 1 in those games, you're like really in a bad spot.
So, out of all the heroes from the newest set, this is my favorite, I think. This is my favorite hero from the new set. I thought it was going to be Laya. It is not. It is this deck. This deck is very fun to play for me.
I mean, it's the least awkward hero, right? All the other ones have kind of weird gimmicks and a lot of pieces that they need to fit together, and the payoff just hasn't been shown to be like good enough yet. We haven't seen anyone crack the code on the new heroes yet. You know, the calling basically didn't have any new heroes. We'll see as time goes on if people figure out, you know, Pleiades or Lyeth or Tough Nut a bit better, but it seems so far that it's a bit harder to figure out those decks, where this is very straightforward and very powerful in what it does. It's just that what it does is very straightforward and simple, and
Powerful.
if meta decks can counter it easily, then there's not much you can really do to like fix that, right? So Florian is not a fixable matchup. You can't like put a bunch of cards in your sideboard to make the Florian matchup good.
Like you can okay, that's not true. You can maybe trade with him for a while, and if you run the 1 Poison the Well and he's really cheeky and says, okay, I'll go lower life and drop a fat Germinate, and you just kill him.
You could
Like,
also play
there's-
3 Ripple, but that's you're asking your blue.
You're hurting
slots
your
to
deck
be-
against
yeah,
every other matchup playing 3 Ripple.
which is terrible. Well,
I-
most matchups.
I
not
might
all
put
of
1
them.
Poison the Well in the deck. Throw that bad boy in Arsenal, and then
I just can't. You'll just
Germinate for 7
catch
and kill
somebody.
himself.
You'll just catch somebody on PQ season. Somebody in chat's asking about Pummel.
I like Pummel, but
I think
don't-
Pummel is
It's too hard to play in this deck.
It's
I
okay.
mean-
When it lines up, Pummel's very powerful in this deck. When it doesn't line up, Pummel blocks for 2. So it's really awkward. I think lining it up, it depends on how or when you draw it. I think it's an okay card to have for somebody who wants to play consistently. I don't think is a card that should be in your deck.
Let's think about the value
Right?
potential of Pummel, right? The value potential of Pummel is you give an attack one of your 2s, which you don't have a ton of in this deck. You give one of your 2s +4, and it costs you essentially an extra card sometime. So you make them discard a card, which if you evaluate at 3, you've gotten 7 value. You could have also just blocked with an additional card and blocked 6 and been much more consistent. Right?
I mean,
That's how I
counterpoint
kinda did it.
CNC Pummel like wins games. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
CNC
it's a
Pummel
deck
wins.
that does the 2-cost Tunic Pummel thing really well, right? Because you have the Vigors. You do have a lot of attacks in your deck with the Mocking Blows that you can't pummel, and you can't pummel your weapon. So I've been playing Pummel as a one of, just like floating around in the deck. I don't think you have to play it, and there are times where it can kind of screw you up a little bit, but as a one of, it's not really that catastrophic. Most of the time you can find a way to like sneak it into your arsenal. And anytime that you make a Vigor, which is a lot, obviously, or your Tunic's up, you know, you just get that great play line where obviously it's great with Command and Conquer, but even on like a CNC or a Swing Big or a Big Bully, like no one's really fully blocking 8 out on those attacks and then holding up a D-React. So the Pummel's always going to kind of get them there. And
Are you cutting a villainous pose for it? You're running like 2 villainous pose, 1 Pummel? Like, how do you...
I think I have 1 less blue. Or no, I have a Mocking Blow in the sideboard.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a yellow Mocking Blow in the sideboard and a Pummel there. I think
I want to
I've
try
got
Pummel.
23
I
blues.
might give it a shot.
I wouldn't play more than one. I tried to play more than one, and it's not great.
I mean, when it lines up, it's powerful. It's pretty like
Yeah.
game altering to like pummel something in your deck.
And I do
It is.
have, I guess Flex Strength is a 2-cost blue that is also a target. So
I don't know
you
when
do
you're
have
ever
more than
pummeling
just.
that.
I mean, not. Yeah, I mean, you're
Okay,
not really
hold on.
trying to do that, but
Hold on. To be fair,
it does turn it on.
it does turn it on.
It does.
I don't know. Maybe it just grew on me a little more. The fact that it turns Flex Strength on, that's pretty good synergy.
You're like, wait, the Wombo
I
combo.
just-
That's our Blood
the
Rush
reason-
fellow.
The reason why I tried it is just because there were a lot of turns in which I had a Vigor or like Tunic up, or I had a Vigor and like not Tunic up, and I would pitch a blue to play like a Swing Big, just because that was like the best thing my turn would do anyways. And I would like look at the 2 floating. I'm like, man, if I had a pummel right now, this would be sick.
That's what I think every time I have 2 floating.
So
Yeah, you wish you had the Villainous Pose too.
yeah,
Or roll Scabs.
but Villainous Pose is only 3 cards in the deck, right? So
Yeah.
having
So,
a 4th similar effect, I don't think is that big a deal.
do we think that this is how the hero was intended to be played?
Well,
Because
Mocking Blow is obviously a very powerful card.
it's not a fatigue deck. It's like it's a very mid-range defensive deck, and if you look on their website, he's supposed to be a mid-range hero.
Yeah, I don't know. Like that's why I asked earlier because, like I said, nothing he does really feels like a brute.
That's because he's cheap.
I guess he's more of a reviled hero than a brute hero, but
I have no clue. I want to say that every testing deck that they built probably ran 3 Fiddler's Greens, 3 Sigil of Solaces. No one's a genius for figuring that out.
E-Strike though, that's definitely some ingenuity. Definitely, no one tested that.
You should have seen their face when I put Shelter in the deck, right?
Well, it's like a lot of the a lot of the other reviled cards aren't really that great in this deck, so like
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I've sat there just like staring at them, being like, man, I just
Like,
wish.
so much of the reviled pool is like trying to make Lyeth playable, and like none of those cards are really like fit in here. That's why this deck has so many generics and block cards, and really it's just Mocking Blow and Big Bully, like that, and Outside Interference. Like that's your reviled card pool. Everything else is just generic value stuff, and like the brute 2 freights.
We have offensive behavior and booze. We've got a little bit going on.
Yeah, the blue base has some decent reviled cards in it. I wish there was a few more decent cards that booed, just like as you play them or naturally. It kind of sucks that Villainous Pose is like the only playable boo card.
I made the joke that if we had Turning Point, this deck would be like egregious.
Oh my god!
If we had Turning Point, but
Reviled
if you
Turning
had Greater
Point?
Life, yeah, if it was like a backwards Turning Point, block for 5 and boot on defense, this deck would be so like disgusting to like.
It could just block for 3 and boo on defense.
Like I tried the 2 block card that booed on defense. It was cool, but it blocks for 2.
And you still have to be higher life. Like,
yeah.
If it blocked for 3, it would be crazy. If
It
it
would be-
unconditionally booed, also even as a 2 block, I think it would be more appealing. But
It would be a 3 of in the deck if it blocked for 3.
sadly, reviled heroes don't get nice things. We got to cheat to win.
I don't know.
Yeah, we only got a 2-card 10.
Yeah, I mean, Swing Big Plus is kind of a banger though.
They did make a bunch of new Swing Bigs, so we do like Swing Bigs.
I love Swing Bigs. Oh, right. We should talk about the KO matchup, like the real KO matchup.
Oh, it's just good. Like,
yeah,
it's a good matchup.
You're very favored into original KO. In internal testing It was
I mean, you have
pretty
Fleshbag
abysmal.
to stop one of their powerful Blood Rush turns. You block super well, which means that the KO needs to consistently have good draw discard variance to kind of get over your natural blocking. And you're just throwing very efficient small hands that he can't keep blocking forever if he wants to get over your defense. So it's the same problem any like non weird deck, like any deck that plays normal like Flesh and Blood kind of struggles into this because they can't deal with being thrown 5, 10, 12 at their face while they're constantly blocking 15 every turn. So unless you're doing something off axis like Gravy or Florian, you can't deal with that. And KO is one of those heroes that can't deal with that. Of course, KO can always just have good draw discard variance and run over any deck, and that's not unique here. He can still kill you, but it's definitely, I would say, favored.
Does that cover like everything?
I think so.
Okay. Well, if you want more information on KO and maybe like a different iteration on some of the cards that he could be playing, there is a primer in the description for our Patreon. So if you want to look at that, make sure to join that. We're going to start playing some games now. What should we play against? This is always the part we don't ever talk about.
I thought we did talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to play like Verdants and then
You want to
maybe
play against
Mario.
Verdant?
But then you started laughing when I said Mario.
What are you talking about? We can play.
You said, okay, let me play against my 100%ers just to like make this deck look really good. Like
You want to play against Max?
Verdant and Mario.
But this
Yeah,
this
you wanna
deck
play
this deck is incredibly polarized though. Oh right, I was gonna play Gravy into it. Yeah, that's right.
We can play whatever you like into it. It's fine.
Could also, I suggested just picking up some randos from Talishar and just beating the pants off of them.
I don't really like playing against randos on Talishar. Sorry.
But there's a Pleiades right here. You scared of getting looped?
Oh man, definitely not. We've rolled 4 once and almost beat Pleiades. It's really funny actually. What are you playing against first? What do we want to do?
I could play Verdant, KO, or Florian.
Go ahead and pull up a normal Verdant's deck.
If you want to like kind of run the gamut, like 50-ish, 50 into KO or a little bit better. Very favored into Verdants, very unfavored into Florian.
So Thomas, since you know what RKO does, would you play potions into him if you like queued into one?
It's a mid-range brute. I think you just lose. Like you're never like doing anything interesting with potions. I think it's just a waste of cards in your deck.
You're gonna go potion, and I'm gonna Arsenal Arc Smash and sit there for a minute. You may do side like you know what I'm doing. So we have thoughts on Overload Blue for 6 dominate. Killing 1 health allies and 6 health allies to go again. I think the problem with most cards like Overload is the amount it blocks. Is why it's not like a card in our deck.
You kind of like sideboarded at that point, but then like you're sideboarding like a weird blue. I don't know.
We do overboard in this matchup because of Evergreen. Usually they have like Evergreen Loop and you have like 20 cards left on your deck and they have like 5. But like it doesn't hurt in case they start recycling Fellings with Everbloom Life. Or something like that. All right. We're going to send you the invite link, Aaron.
Yay.
Yay. Make sure to turn on caster mode. Thomas.
I did.
All right.
All right, I can see.
Let's go. He's hitting me. I don't like this.
Why did you not want to discard the fruits on turn 0?
Because it was my only blue. I just wanted to. I don't know.
Like Waning Moon doesn't do anything, right? You could just pitch
I
the
guess
pulse.
it's fair.
Pulse in
Well, also, here's something else. Like, I don't know what color fruits it is, but it could also just be like threat density. If he knows that I'm fatiguing him going into the game, life total's
I don't
not gonna
always
matter,
like
right?
just burning all of my fruits up too, because like late game blue fruits the forest with Everbloom Life is kind of like how you put your 6 arcanes back into the deck. I just want to be at least above him on life going into this turn. Jeez, 12.
Well,
I'm not thinking into the future, you know.
Yeah, this matchup, the Archaea doesn't have to think that much. He just has a block and play hand, and then the opponent has to like think about how they have to win the game.
Those are the best kind of matchups where you don't have to think.
Yeah, but it's all on your opponent to mess up. What a banger.
Yep. I'm really surprised they printed Show of Strength. I figured Swing Big was like a card that they don't want to print too many of.
No, but it's got like a downside attached to it.
I mean, so does Swing Big, right? But it basically doesn't.
You know, semantics.
There's like 2 decks that could consistently block Show of Strength in a meaningful way.
I don't know what the correct play is here. We'll see.
Do you think that if Plume was legal, that this matchup would be any different?
No.
No. I don't think I'd even run Plume into this matchup.
Well, the Warriors may get good value out of Swing Big, but when you play Swing Big into Warriors, you normally play it. You can play it during like your Scabskins turns, where you like do a thing and then you play the Swing Big, because the Warrior's gonna upfront block your damage most of the time because the matchup needs to go long.
I mean, they had to block 8 to get the Quicken token, and your deck that blocks heavily anyways, so they're probably not threatening anything too crazy after blocking 8. And a small Dawnblade hand, even though it has Go Again, you could just block it and probably be fine. I feel like Dawnblade Dory would probably struggle against this deck since you have 12 D-Reacts and are pretty willing to lay down lots of cards every turn.
And that's so obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real funny. So, what do you mean? You mean Swing Big in general? I don't know what you're talking about. Five arcane?
Yeah, should be.
Interesting.
Do you play D-React in the Kano? That's actually a good question.
No.
not.
You can cut the D-Rex into Kano. You can maybe keep Shelter. I could see Shelter being fine. You guys card two
We need to-
proofs? Oh.
You need to cut Fiddler's Green too, right?
Okay. It's just one. Hi, it was just one.
Yeah, you could bring in a couple of these reviled cards in your sideboard out for D-Rex
Actually,
against Kano.
Should I?
It's not really going to change your deck.
Yeah, that was a very interesting turn cycle from both of us. Hold on, I'm gonna respond to this tree activation.
Yeah, so looking at the Kano matchup, you'd need to cut 9 cards at least, and you have 3 Arc Smash, 2 Oasis, 2 Give and Take, and then you could probably just bring in like the 2 Big Bullies, and maybe like the Tear or the just all the good cards. I guess you could bring in the Basque. I don't know. You probably won't be discarding outside interference into Kano that much. Maybe I'm wrong, but you definitely don't want to like have Fate Foreseen in your deck. So Damien, why are you lower life? You're supposed to be higher life.
Oh, I'm working on it. Sorry.
The crowd can't boo you if you're lower life.
That's true.
You gotta be the villain.
The villain. I like being the villain.
What was Zach streaming today? Was he still coping on Lyeth?
I have no idea. How is the Fair Assassin going? Which one's the Fair Assassin? Is that Slippy now?
No, that's RKO.
Oh,
He's an assassin, right?
He's an assassin. Syndra, the Fair Assassin.
I thought Zach
Banger.
hated Syndra.
You and your felling the crowns, bro. I don't get it. That's the last one, though.
It is.
You gotta play Remembrance and Verdance.
Then you have to like play around like banishing your own fellings, which is kind of like can be really hard. Give me just a second.
What? I'm going to say
Oh.
that. Don't.
Hmm.
You can't say that.
Zach, you
Can't say
gotta
that
stream
stupid.
snipe Damien.
Yeah, why don't you stream snipe me? Oh wait, I don't think.
Actually, you can't stream snipe because he refuses to play randoms.
He can ask me for a game. I'll give him a game.
Yeah, Riptide versus KO. Let's see that. We need to give everyone something to go to sleep to. It's getting late.
It is getting late. It'd be a good nap stream, wouldn't it?
You need to put like some fireplace crackling in the background, some ambience, some rain. I mean, you're still lower life.
Yeah, I know. That's why we play Bask in our own greatness. I'm still waiting to draw. I'm drawing some pretty bad hands, to be honest. It's not like I'm
probably
doing
playing
anything.
the best possible like list against you as well, as far as like Verdant's list can go. I think
What's the best possible?
I'm just trading like enormous value. I don't know if I'll get there still, but I really think this is like almost a 0%.
Rip might tokens.
You're doing decent so far.
I wasted my tunic counter for a might token that I never used. I should have never used my tunic counter. So we're out of Bellings. We have 4 burn bears left.
Thomas, you think Verdance is better than Florian?
In general, no.
Like, do you think it's a better pick? Like, if I want to bring an Earth Hero to ProQuest, which one should I take?
Florian's so good.
He's so boring, though.
Forward is kind of boring. I'm higher life again.
Yeah, you did it. You've taken the life lead.
I've
Let's
taken the
go.
life lead. Let's go.
Zach, if you're still here, is Outpost Gaming a game store near you? Is that a ProQuest this weekend that you have?
Ugh.
Dude, that would have been a great time to hit me with a burn bear.
I didn't know.
He didn't know. I finally have my tunic back. I wasted 15 turns ago. Let's go.
That's how I feel like a lot of these Verdance matchups go, where it's just how do the burn bear effects line up versus your opponent's hands.
Give me another card.
No.
Damn it.
You could have this tunic that I just got back. I thought you were going to decline the ping. I thought that would have been really funny, actually. You're like, ha, loser, wasted your tunic.
I don't think there's any good like silver bullet Florian sideboard hate.
He doesn't know I'm testing out the one of Pummel. He doesn't know, chat. Dude, that'd be so lit, actually.
It's good. Once you show them the first one, they're scared for the rest of the game.
I am astounded by the life total I get back up to while playing this deck.
Yeah. It's pretty messed up.
You got scars in that hand for you to keep 5 cards? That's not a scar.
I think, Nathan, I think every deck should play dual threat.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
I hate you.
Oh man.
Oh no! Why did I draw this bad? Oh god.
Those cards are really important.
Oh my god.
I love how
that.
I do love how this game lets us interact with chat though, because we are definitely not doing anything.
No. Dude, I lose the game off like one hand.
What do you mean? How could your hand be so bad that you lose the game?
It's really bad.
Aaron,
just take 5 and pitch them.
Aaron, is he exaggerating? Did he draw like burn bear, light up or something? Like
It's not that bad, but it's not something he wants to block with if he's trying to win the game. But
that must be Millennium Trees. Are you good? Maybe that's not the question here. Maybe that's not the question to ask here.
well, if you play the second card in your hand, your pitch deck is awful. So you should probably just.
The pitch deck is awful. Like no matter what, I think I just play.
Dude, you sound like you're struggling.
It's really not great.
I think you pitch the. I don't know what.
I think I just arsenal one of these.
We get to just stay hidden.
I think you pitch the first 3 cards. Arsenal the 4th card.
Whoa. That's not that bad. You could have like played the plow one. Well,
no, that would have been worse.
One arcane. Kind of rude. The best part about Fiddler's Green is if they try to play Evergreen looping you, which is the only way they win, your Fiddlers always gets value. You will always see it at least on the Evergreen.
In case they're playing some like pure arcane Verdance deck.
I guess. Why do you have to like pull back the block 3? You just knew, huh? You just knew it was CNC.
Yeah, I DM'd him. Hey, it's CNC.
He's like, hold up. I'm getting pinged for one.
I don't think you need arcane polarity because Verdance can't play enough potions to do a stick combo.
Would you roll Scabskins here, Aaron?
I don't have to look at the hand. The answer is yes.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm giving up 9 damage to maybe get 3 damage. How do you feel about that?
I always do that.
This feels dumb.
Just hit the button and then we'll find out if it's dumb.
Oh
You're so
gosh.
far ahead, right? You're
Yeah, I
really far
probably
ahead.
shouldn't. I really shouldn't, to
I
be
just can't
honest.
keep it up. It's,
Dude,
it's
this
two
is
card
why.
9. Oh, you don't have the vigor token.
Oh yeah,
How,
because
how,
I'd pitch 2 blues and it'd be, a claw swing. I'm not sure if it was worth it for the scabs roll. I mean, I don't have an arsenal, which is like premium for your scabs rolling in this deck. But like,
oh, the
what do you
gain
want?
4 life if you've taken arcane.
Oh, you
I
you
mean,
want to
yeah,
play arcade polarity in this deck? That's
that's what
like
Nathan said.
that's like super BM, by the way.
I mean, if your local ProQuest has a bunch of Verdance players and you just want to never lose no matter what they do, then yeah.
No, I pitched my steel victory. You can't do that to me. I
If
want
Viscerai was
that.
still around, you could play that card. How do you think KO underhanded cheat would do in LL?
Probably.
So how good is this big bully, Thomas?
I'm just gonna take 8.
Oh, you're taking 12.
Yep.
Unless you have a D-react.
Ouch. Ouchies.
Oh, Count Your Blessing seems pretty good in this deck.
It is.
Dude, count your blessings would have been probably pretty strong.
You would definitely never lose to Verdance.
Oh, that's a ping for 4, isn't it?
Indeed.
Hmm. Yeah, that's life. I know you don't have fellings in the deck anymore, so
Ring of
You
Roses
can't-
is not an item. So you can't arc smash it, sadly.
Hold on. Overpitch. Wrong one. That way. There we go.
you're making leeway, Thomas.
You're the lowest I've ever seen you be against the Verdance. Oh boy, you still call me for 3.
Oh, if you're talking about Steel Victory says token.
Dude, imagine if you could steal Millennium Tree.
See.
That'd be so
He-
funny.
Channel Mount Heroic.
Photon splicing of action was chosen.
I mean, it's coming in for 5.
It's pretty good.
Damn. I was hoping you would maybe he's gonna throw something with the 2 resources. No. Just let you use those resources efficiently.
Ah, yes, Mocking Blow. Good play, good play.
Good play, good play. I love Mocking Blow. I'm not actually sure either of us are winning. On like a fun to fun scale. I mean, I might be, once he runs out of cards, I'll feel happier, but until then.
I'm way behind on cards.
It's very therapeutic,
Yeah. True.
It's relaxing.
Hmm. That's gotta be wrong. I really shouldn't do that.
I'm just gonna play Swell Tidings next time instead of Scar for Scar. Plays into your game plan too well.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm being dumb. Hold on. Nope, this is correct.
If you count Swing Big as a normal brute card, then yes, we are playing normal brute cards.
I like how you laugh. You're like, what do you even?
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes. I'm gonna activate it anyway. Am I? I mean, it guarantees a blue. It guarantees a blue in my hand. When I'm at 23, I feel like I have a lot of blues left in my deck, to be honest.
Whatever that arsenal is, tell it I hate it. It better not be a sigil.
Actually,
No,
I think you're out, right? You are.
It was something I could have done something with.
You know what? It's gone.
It is gone. I'll use it next game. Why didn't you make a ponder? I think I roll scabs. I'm giving up 8 for 3, but I'm not giving it up per se, right? This would be the scabs moment of the game.
Oh,
whatever. Because I get to Arsenal.
The biggest so swing.
Wait, Verdance plays blue evergreen.
That's what
Surely
I
that's
said.
cope.
I've played against multiple with blue evergreen. I don't know what it is nowadays. Maybe it's because it's easier to get it in the second cycle.
That's just what that's being tested.
I don't know if swinging 5 every other turn's enough though.
It may not be. You don't know.
No, from the ones I've played, it definitely was not enough. My gosh, he's attacking me. That's not allowed.
Hey, the arcane gets worse as the game goes on too. You're just less and less likely to have like a 3 red or 4 red hand.
I get my tunic back faster this way. You stopped my claw swing, Thomas.
Bully.
Big bully.
And it's so close to being good. Instead, I'm getting big bullied.
It's just 8. Go to 3. You can't stonewall this. Did you know that? Yeah, this is like brute Ira. That is correct. But you get to have like Scowling Flesh Bag and non-arcanish matchups.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go 3.
Did you draw back to your Millennium Tree?
Yeah, but still can't play it yet.
Oh.
I think your numbers are definitely better than Ira when you're ahead and you can stay ahead. When you're behind, though, it kind of falls short a little bit. And you also don't have quite as good of an end game as Kadachi's do for like actually closing out the game, but it's not really a big problem.
Damn it! I knew it.
I thought about rolling skins, Scabskins to make you block 6 here and then swing claw, but I feel like that's rude. I feel like that's like because I could always arsenal it because I have tunic coming up, but I don't know. This is like one of the points in which I'm still trying to figure out if Scabskins would have been worth the roll. Why are we blocking Stonewall here? Oh, what?
If I could play Fleshbag and Apex Bonebreaker and Ira, oh my goodness, I'd be so happy.
Once you start getting people like really low with this deck, they just like start losing the game like pretty like abruptly and fast.
Yeah, it's not really you don't really have an issue closing the game. It's just not as convincing.
I'm not gonna get to do it, but I would love to just keep looking at it. If I didn't get to steal Victor again, I'm so sad. It's crazy how like he played a tree, but he's got to stare down this mocking blow.
What's this coming for? Goes
8.
up to 8.
Mm-hmm. Should be coming up on this sometime soon. I say that like it's pitch stack and we didn't play a NIMBY.
Yeah, 8. And now I'm about to die to outsider interference. I think I'm just out of deck. I don't think I have anything else worth even having in the deck at this point.
What do you mean you got blue over green?
Shut up,
Just loop it.
bro.
Yep.
I gotta hit, dude. He
You have
could just
infinity
no block
damage.
me for so many turns. Like,
See, these are the hands that are really messed up because like
Yeah.
you have to block 6.
yeah, I have to block 6.
But then like he's just gonna arsenal that card if it's like anything playable.
We have been evergreened.
Fortunately, I didn't have the space to try to loop it.
Yep, there's just no reason to do anything other than swing claw. I thought about grabbing tear down the idols and Tunic getting out, but I don't know. I'd have to take like some amount of damage for that.
Why take damage when you can not take damage?
I know. This deck lets me like block in the way that I like to block against people to stay at a high life total for no apparent reason, but it rewards me for doing so.
Have you tried Sirens of Safe Harbor?
No.
But we could have more life gain. Dude, you could Tunic Vigor, play it with just one card. Those 6 gain 1. I'm biased because I like that card, but
Yeah.
I'm dead.
I
They
still
didn't
have.
get any value off boots. They would have never like done anything. Like
The fitting way to close the game.
y'all. Exact lethal, right? Yep.
Yeah, my arsenal was Oasis.
I've never even seen a Verdance get you to sub 20 at any point during the game, by the way. I'm super proud of myself. Give myself a pat on the back.
Yeah.
I feel like if Verdance, like, okay, if RKO was like the super good deck, I feel like Verdance could maybe tweak a little bit to have a chance of winning. And I think if I were a better player, I think you would have been at like 12-ish. I don't think I ever get you at any point where you.
I also drew pretty bad that game on like the axis of like attacks that I need to be casting, which is something that you're allowed to do because the matchup is so good. You could draw like garbage and probably still win.
I wonder if I'm supposed to like really play into second cycle with like tree combos to make sure that I just got a big zap with.
I mean,
challenging tree out each time, but
tree's
it's so
the
hard to
only
do, and
way.
you have to take so much damage. Every time I tried to do tree stuff, like I just took so much damage doing it.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm not just sitting here. I'm like,
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll throw a really big number.
Man, this matchup's miserable. It's funny. It's like potions makes it worse. Like
Yeah, it does,
so
because
much worse.
if you take a turn off to play a potion, I'm gonna throw something big at you, and if you take another turn off to play a potion, I'm gonna cast Arc Smash. If I have one when
funny.
you play that,
Even if you hit a 1 on the first one, are you going to hit a 1 on the second one too? You only need to blow up 2 potions and like
what
she can't combo you.
what about the third potion? What about the third Arc Smash? I mean, like you can, I play 3. They're not gonna roll ones forever, unless you're Josh.
You're Josh, 8 ones in a row.
Josh can't play this deck.
A statistical freak. Okay.
Josh needs to play ready to roll, so he gets 6 chances.
You sent me a play link.
No, that was for Aaron.
Okay, that's for Aaron. Okay. What do you want to play up against next?
Oh, I don't know. It's your 2 turns to play. I'm gonna watch from the spectator seat, and that will end with me playing Gravy. And you'll show the Gravy plan, because I feel like that's one of the more important.
Wait, am I playing into Aaron?
Yeah, you're playing into Aaron on RKO.
Okay.
Aaron, pick a deck, and then Aaron. Wait, which one of you wants to play to be on Gravy? That'll be deciding who plays RKO this game.
I don't want to play in the Gravy.
Okay, then you're going to be playing RKO this game.
What am I playing? You want me to just play KO?
You can play whatever you want. You can play original KO. That's fine.
Okay.
Make sure to send me the link. I'll pull up the deck list again for anybody that wants to check this out. Keep in mind that we do have a primer for a different version of the deck in the description.
Made by our very own beautiful Sam Young.
I will also be posting this deck in the Patreon channel, and I'll be making buttons for it at some point before the PQ season starts, if anybody would be interested in playing this deck. I can't wait till Florian LLs. This deck gets so good.
In the chat. Wait, we don't did it. I'll join yours. This
deck gets so good with Florian.
Mine.
This deck gets so good with Florian LLs. I hate when this happens.
Did you close yours?
I think mine's still alive. Try it.
Wait.
Is it dead? Wait, it's open format. It doesn't really matter. I don't know how it ended up being.
It says something's not legal.
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna make another one. Something must be wrong with it.
You pick classic constructed young. What does that even mean?
What?
It says It says the following cards are not legal in Classic Constructed.
No,
Yeah,
I accidentally did open CC no restrictions. You got an error message about Classic Constructed.
I don't know if I like copied the wrong link, but I don't have any libraries open with a
wait a
young
minute.
hero.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I got the error message too when I tried to put that link in. That's really weird. Okay, let's try again then. Make a lobby.
Yeah,
Create.
KO is quite the good deck once for in LLs. I can't wait. I mean, people will, I don't know if people will start like teching for this deck or people will realize how good it is or whatnot, but man, this deck's very fun to play. Well, I know you guys were watching last game. That wasn't like a good representation of fun, but
I don't even have to sideboard. This is great.
yeah, I know, right? It is just a clean 60 in most matchups. Because just the 60 is so powerful because your sideboard cards are tied up by outside interference, but it's not like they're not in your sideboard. Let me know when you send the play link or the watch link. Can you win a PQ on Dio? I believe so. I believe Dio is a very good deck.
Yeah, Dio's quite good right now.
Just don't match into Earth. You guys take a really long time.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, he has to sideboard.
Oh my gosh, dude! KO players sideboarding. I thought you just put in the good card. The deck's crazy.
Wait, I did the thing again where I posted the deck list instead of the stream link. There you go.
Okay, Keck W.
Bask never comes in veto. It's your outside interference target when you're behind on life or you don't want to cast a big bully.
Whoa! Calm down there. What are you doing?
I got banished. Dude, I drew
Whoa.
a piece with it, discarded it, and banished a Blood Rush Bellow just because I wanted to hit you for 3.
Like... I tuned into you casting Pulping and discarding Beast with him. What's happening?
Give me that.
I think we're already off to a great start.
Dude, this is so funny. Like, I wanted to be up on life.
Do it again. I think I'm supposed to give armor so I stay at up, right?
I'm at 38, so maybe you should give like a block. Yeah, you don't have to get.
Wait.
Dude, me going to 38 from playing a pulping is so wild.
You said let's trade. Let's trade.
Okay,
I think it's so messed up. You have a reckless stampede too. You're just like being illegal here.
We're trying. Like,
what do you do in playing?
We could lose this.
What do you do in playing Challenge the Alpha? What are you taking for the
The card's good.
I know it is. I just hate
do I block with 3 cards hoping that I somehow win this clash?
Dude, you like clash to swing big on the top?
I think I have to go for it. Come on, swing big. Please.
Oh, you did it! Let's go! Quick, bottom the E strike though. It still needs to be bigger than the next card.
Well, okay, he doesn't have any 5s, right? Okay, so he did, but
yeah, you're supposed to stay up on life and play high value based on your high life total. Wait, did you bottom the card?
No, I misclicked.
Oh, undo it then. It's kind of important.
No, it's
right?
okay. It's okay.
No, what are we doing? No,
we're good. I'm still up. I'm still up.
No, but you would be on 1 higher life.
That's okay.
Well, just manually do it. It's gonna make me mad. It's gonna taunt me the whole game. You weren't at 1 higher life.
We'll see if I die at 1.
If you die at 1, this was all your fault. We'll keep track of that. If you drew a blue, this hand was nuts. Why couldn't you draw a blue?
Because I didn't bottom the CNC. I should have. Sorry, he had a 2 block. Oh my god, he made a vigor.
Can't do anything with it.
That's not true. You can break Savage Sash.
Actually, I can't do anything with it, so hold on, let me change my blocks. I forgot
What-
Buckwild costs 3.
What a cheater.
I should block here. I don't really care about Bone Breaker value. Whatever.
CNC for 7. Let's go.
CNC for 7's pretty annoying.
The deck list will be on the Patreon. Yeah, you're supposed to block and play small
Beast
efficient.
Within. Banished Blood Rush Fellow. 1 in 3 okay, like 3 in 56 chance to draw a Beast Within.
There's no way this is a little
1 in
right
3
line of
chance
play.
to draw
Right?
it and discard it.
Aren't you just supposed to block 6 and then play the good blue card? Are you gonna give up
Oh,
an
and pitch
armor?
this.
I can't see where your mouse is. I'm a spectator. I'm just backseating. Why don't you block with the 2 left
Yeah,
cards
you are.
and then
Yeah,
play the
you're-
right card?
I want to boo, man.
That's too bad.
You're bad.
You played a CNC and you had a T-Rex. No, it's not our fault.
That is true. CNC's OP.
I know you threw one on turn 1. He threw one on turn 1. Dude, every time I look at these hands, I'm like, holy value. Like,
See, if I would have booed last turn, it's been
you have
great.
Tunic. You have Tunic.
I know, I don't have a vigor.
You have Tunic.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
I know, it's kind of broken, actually. If only we had known this agility token would have been a banger.
I mean, I can get it.
You should not get it. I think it's quite funny. He like ate that turn to go to 31 and he dealt us like 2 damage. And then we play a NIMBY again. Why is this card so good?
It's pretty good for blue. It should have blocked 3, to be honest.
So KO,
Does not go again.
I do think KO brings in cast bones against our KO because how else are you getting over the RKO's like blocking? If you try to go blow for blow with KO on value, I don't RKO on value. I don't think you're getting there. You know what I mean?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, we're in danger.
Dude, I always hit 5s on my cast bones.
Yeah, Thomas, I know. I know exactly what you're thinking. Why me? How could this happen? Wait, this hand's crazy. Not yours, Thomas.
I know it's great, isn't it?
Yeah. I love like the tiny hand plays. They really fill me with confidence. Wait, you see what I did there?
Uh-oh.
That was on accident. He's breaking Savage Sash to play Burfangs. Wait, was the top 6 cards to your deck all red? Or was there like a blue in there that you tried to hit?
I thought there was a blue,
Oh, he was digging.
but it's like, am I gonna just like not have a good turn? I'm gonna turn.
Is this worth it on a non-blood rush stream?
I mean, he pitched a red, and he is sashing, so
But
I guess
if you
if
do
he's
the-
sashing, he could do
you
anything
the,
anyways.
If you do the average math on sash, math on sash, then
Mashed
everything,
potatoes.
yeah, everything in the deck costs 1. So even if you intimidate his hand and his arsenal is something even remotely playable, your flashback is worth 2 value.
No, he's got 3 costs.
What weapon will we switch to in the other KOLLs? It doesn't really matter. Like you swing claw, maybe like
You do well. No, it does
twice
matter.
the-
You do ball
it does-
breaker.
it
You
does-
don't, you don't run
it
the
does-
you don't
yeah.
run the dumbass axe that fatigues yourself. Like,
Dude, if the axe wasn't random, I would play it all day just to discard my own
dude,
fiddlers.
I would play 6 copies of Fiddlers and Meat Axe. Like
yeah,
it'd be so funny. Oh, there was a blue on top.
oh, maybe
Big.
thing that is big.
And it lines up with Tunic next turn. Banger.
I've already seen a lot of 2 costs though.
You know what I've just noticed? Why does Thomas have the TheCardGuyz sleeves and Aaron has the League of Leviathan sleeves?
I don't know. I don't have the TheCardGuyz sleeves.
Wait.
I use Talishar sleeves.
Oh my goodness. Oh, we've swapped.
I use these ones.
Maybe
Oh.
this is why KO had an 11% conversion. This hand is unplayable.
No, it's
Is
not.
it 4 reds again?
If you get lucky off of your draw discard, it's not that bad.
Yes, if your draw discard variance is always good.
Wait, that card blocks 2? Buckwild blocks 2?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Dude, it has
I
go again.
know.
What do you expect?
How does it block
Oh
2?
my goodness.
Oh my goodness. You can't play Talishar, Alex. You can't play Talishar. It is two-handed.
You wouldn't anyway. You definitely have to swing more than 3 times a game.
Are you gonna... Which one are you gonna do? It's got to be the right one, right?
I think I want to use... I want to boo.
You want to boo?
Yeah. While I still can.
I mean, you have more armor than he does. You have more value. You're arsenally good card.
I think we're in a good spot. He hasn't played a Blood Rush yet, though.
I just thought, maybe like Buckwild would block 3. I guess it doesn't.
It has go again.
It does have go again. He's blocking with Challenge the Alpha. Very interesting.
I'm not gonna hit a 1, am I?
I don't understand how, I look at the hands you're drawing, Aaron. I'm like, my neurons are firing on cylinders. What did he reveal off of the Beast then?
Blue Agile wind up.
Blue Agile wind up. Get behind this. Thin packing something. 2 for something. Are you sure you want to block this, Aaron?
I might token.
Aaron, isn't that an astounding flesh bag?
Not really, because I could just guard
Is
the
it?
wind up. It's an okay flesh bag.
Well, it lets you play your hand at maximum value, right?
Yes, it does. And it's a really good hand, but you can just give up the hand and block. What?
You know what?
Dude, just thank God none of those defense reactions ended up in your arsenal this turn. God, so pissed. Clicking the button.
1, 2.
Damn it.
Oh, your hand sucks.
It does. Actually, it could be worse, but
No, I know it could be worse.
at least we make an agility token, unless he steals it. My God, dude, steal victory gives me the heebie-jeebies. How many do you have left? Okay, you got one more left. No.
Aaron, what's in
Don't
your
do it.
arsenal? You pick draw a card?
Thinking about it.
Yeah, you do.
No, dude, no. You're not steal victory and E-striking me, are you? That's so messed up.
I'm just thinking if I want to block it with another card.
So...
I also think that you could just block 5 here and 7 him. And just take the agility so he can't have it. I think that's also acceptable. Because you do get flesh bagged, right? It's the only time that you can get flesh bagged.
Yeah.
I think maybe you just block for 5, take the agility, just like don't let him have
That's
it.
so messed up. You're not even going to use it. You just don't want me to have it.
That's reviled behavior.
We're trying to find a good place to use our flesh bag. You haven't done anything impressive.
Shut up. I hate this deck. There's a reason I don't play this deck. This deck's... It's so bad.
Whoa.
Huh.
Wait. This is funny hand.
Is it funny?
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite funny actually. What do you want to do? Do you want to like think the second card in your hand?
Buckwell would be broken if it blocked 3. It would definitely be way better. Dude, these 2 blocks and non-blocks are killing me.
I think you give Bonebreaker plus the right card. Oh wait, outside interference has power. Why are we even blocking? Just give the.
You just have to block 1 and then show the outside interference.
We're sinking the middle card, right? Yeah. What a gamer move. This is one of our 3 claw swings of the game. What?
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
Juke him.
No. Wait, doesn't it get banished?
We have one in our arsenal.
Are you kidding me?
Well, I would have never taken that play if Fleshback actually did anything. At least you get the like trigger show up string. That's actually that's cool. We only played
my 2 for 6.
My 2 for 6 that took 2 cards out of my opponent's hand. Oh no. Arsenal big bully go.
I will block.
Not a lot.
You need to attack more, man.
No.
Thomas, like, I finally drew a hand that does something.
No, it's gonna put me to 1.
No, you have scabs. It's okay.
No, it's because of this.
He'll die to his own beast with an air.
I've done my own beast with them.
Because of
Oh, that is pretty funny, actually. Oh, I had a might token. Oh.
I know.
Yes.
You
might
blocked with a
token
bone
is
breaker.
supposed
I thought you consciously blocked with a bone breaker. You're like, I got this.
No, I did consciously block a bone breaker. I just forgot that that was coming in for 13.
I'm ready to like snap flashback him though.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this point, might as well, right?
I should have known that I was gonna draw it.
Well, now I'm definitely doing it.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make
I
it
guess
up.
I guess I'm still doing it.
Dude,
It's actually a terrible flashback, funny enough.
Not really.
I tried to make it terrible, but it's
No. I'm just saying that the game's basically over. I'm just saying it's funny that it ended up being a really bad flashback.
After all that time of playing around flashback.
It ended up being just on the board. Anyway. 12.
Brother, these non-block. You're about to see the coolest hand ever. Watch
Play the
this.
sigil before he dies quickly.
Even if I wasn't dead, I'm just passing. You time walked.
No, we didn't get to play the sigil or value.
Dude,
Why do you have a sea laser in your arsenal?
I hate Wild Ride.
It's what you intimidated off the flashback. The thing he literally couldn't cast.
Instead, I discarded the stupid blue card.
I think that turn 0 was very funny.
That
turn 0 was so good, yet turned out so bad.
It lost me. I had so many ways to put him at lower life,
and you ended up at lower life from your.
I hit myself for 2 and ate a Blood Rush spell out of my
If you
deck.
told me with no context you cast a pulping into a reckless stampede on turn 0 and you ended up at lower life than your opponent, I wouldn't have believed you.
I didn't even play a sigil.
And then cast bones on top.
I'm like, there's no way. How does he end up at a lower life total? I don't get it.
I mean, to be fair, even with all that bad variance for you, I still got pretty low.
I think you took damage to win though. Like, you're at 21 cards in deck. I think you could have probably finished the game at like 15 plus. Easily.
There were definitely turns in which I took a lot of damage to just throw back a lot of damage when I guess I could have blocked more, but
yeah, but you were maintaining a really solid life lead the entire time, so there's no reason silly about it.
You both had above 15 value per turn.
That's funny. Despite how awful that was, I did still exceed 15 value.
That's just brute things.
Okay. Yeah, just brute things.
Steal victory is so fun to resolve. I love stealing my opponent's stuff.
Oh, dude.
All right.
It's so messed up.
All right, Thomas, you get to play RKO into me.
Okay.
Now, I haven't played Gravy in a long time, so I'm a bit rusty. But
Why don't we see if we can get someone to play Gravy into you?
into me? No, I don't want to play the Gravy matchup. I want to watch you do it. You're the only one on the. You're the only person of the three of us who hasn't played the RKO game yet. I mean, I'll be here. We could talk about it.
Fine. Yeah. Okay. Let me grab
Sam,
your version.
Sam, are you around? Sam's probably not watching. Do we have a gravy player that I know? I'm blanking.
I mean, it would just be Sam, right?
It would just be Sam, yeah. Nobody else plays gravy, but like me and Sam.
Dude.
I haven't played gravy in a while.
You should try to snipe Agrablaze. Is he still streaming?
No. He came by the stream. No, he ends his
Oh.
stream in like an hour after ours starts.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm ready. Do you want me to make the lobby?
Yeah, I suppose I'm gonna swap over to gravy.
Okay.
Let me change to the gravy deck. This is gonna be like it's gonna be a gravy deck of all time. So
I guess we're all three working together to like fatigue this gravy.
well, this is me.
We talking about,
I'm the gravy.
We talking about you just throw claw and block. I don't know. Is that the plan?
Do we go first, right? We don't let them get free set up to make gold. Damien.
Yeah.
What? Oh,
I assume so.
mean,
We go first, right?
I think you might. Oh, that's a
Hard.
tough one. You know, I
Just
haven't
like,
actually.
I don't know. Just throw 8 at him, make him block.
That's true. Make him block. See. We run the 67 into him. We take out some of the 2 blocks, and we take out the
you take out tons of the 2 blocks in this match.
and the Nimbies. And maybe one more 2 blocks somewhere.
I've yet to lose to a gravy on RKO, but I do see every game how it is very possible to lose to a gravy on RKO.
Don't you want Nimby so you can like kill Chum with 1 card?
With 1 card, yes. You're supposed to cut like villainous pose and
Yeah, we cut the
stuff like
villainous
that.
poses. We could cut the overcrowded. It's a lot of time. It's not. It's just gonna be 2 block, right?
Is this card? How many yellows do I play? How many yellows do I think he plays?
What else do we cut? You actually don't have that many 2 blocks in the deck.
I know.
You still want the Life King cards?
Yes, Life King cards are very important because when the gravy does absolutely nothing.
I think we
I
just
mean-
cut the villainous poses.
I mean,
do we
you're
run
only
Oasis Respite?
you're only bringing in 5 cards in the sideboard, right? It's not
I
that
mean,
big a deal.
it's fine to board over. It's not like you're trying to draw
Yeah.
any specific card.
We're gonna do 63. Oh,
You brought in the Arc Smashes, right?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So much for swinging 8.
Am I sacking a Chum? Is that what's happening? Man, this hand's terrible. I have sacked a Chum by Chum. I should have played it. You live and you learn. I was trying to like set up. Just like wasn't.
I guess we're killing the Chum.
Oh, yep, that's a Mocking Blow. It's a shame that it doesn't trigger on allies.
Wait, it doesn't? This deck sucks.
No.
Oh my goodness. I just need a crumb of like playable land. No. Oh god. This is so bad. I'm gonna lose. There's no good way to play this.
I need you to hit me. No, I should have kept the fiddlers.
No! Dude, this is such a bad showing. I can't believe I'm about to
This is the real gravy experience.
Dude, I have no gold. It's so hard to play this game with no gold. It's actually mental.
Where's your crown of dominion?
Where's my everything?
You have to attack me, Damien.
I can't. I'm trying.
I should have blocked the blue swell.
I will now get my first gold. You hook this thing. Oh my gosh. That took forever, by the way. I don't even know. Hold on. It's like not even worth it to fill this out of my head.
This is so comical.
I cannot. I'm. Oh wait, I could have activated Chum. You're right. Okay, hold on. I need to play this a little smarter.
You just swung big at a scuba.
I did.
Okay. We're getting there. It's been a while since I've played this deck.
This is so
I cannot. We look like we are just.
Dude, you can't keep like casting allies from hand, man.
I know. I'm like, listen. You can't say this to me,
dude. I don't think I'm.
There's no way that was the right way to use Mage Master Boots.
Dude,
you say that.
I think I'm IP3'd for 4 turns this game.
I mean, he's not doing anything. I'm gonna take my time now.
My God. Stop it.
I'm not gonna block. Wait, hold on. Actually, that's not bad. I could work with that. Just not this turn. Is that it? Is that the only attack? We are not playing Flesh and Blood. I feel like we're actually just...
I feel like we're trolling. Like,
there's like no point in me actually doing anything here because I need to draw the top card of my deck.
There's no way.
You said send 3 paths. What do you mean? Roll a 1. You. You know, you know how tempted I am to hit the concede button and say, this is the end of the stream? You know?
I can't hold back. That's just too funny.
I'm gonna call the stream if this continues. It's not an accurate game. This is such a bad game.
By the way, this is a potential stream game that we've pulled out of the ether that can never end up on stream now. We're all sad. This would have been incredible on camera.
The next time someone asks me how pro players practice for events, I'm just gonna link them this.
You know what? I think that's enough gameplay for the day. We both had one value per turn. All right, back to the deck. All right, does anybody have any questions about RKO?
Hey, they didn't count my value for blowing up your items. Like,
to be honest, it blew up 2 action points. It's actually pretty crazy.
oh my god.
All right.
Maybe matchup is good, right?
Oh, you know
I mean,
what?
I was firmly winning. Like, I killed the Humperdinck already and everything. Like,
we're just gonna pretend that game didn't exist.
Oh, we couldn't have planned it better.
All right. Has anybody got any questions about RKO before we end the stream? Any questions about PQ? Do keep in mind that the primer is in the description for anybody that wasn't here when I said that. For the Patreons, deck list will be up on the Patreon chat, and I'll probably have buttons up for this weekend. That was a terrible game.
That might be the worst game.
That's probably the worst game of Flesh and Blood I think I've ever played. You should just quit while you're ahead, you know what I'm saying? Or behind, quit while you're behind.
I don't think I've ever seen both players take legitimate game actions and both get 1 EV.
So the changes I still want to try out. We didn't try it this stream, but I want to try out putting a 1 ready to roll in. I'd probably take out 1 copy of booze or 1 copy of offensive behavior. But other than that, it's basically just this standard list. As I said, I don't really like looking for scrap or any of the go-agains really, except for give and take, because give and take is a fork that's like really messed up.
You still gotta try 1 pommel.
If I had all of the cards, or I can get all the cards for this weekend, I would play RKO at my local ProQuest, yes.
If you don't have Florians in your meta, then it's probably a really good pick.
Like, if you're just like, I can dodge Florian, this deck is incredible. No, Toil Along kind of sucks. It's too...
Wait, isn't Trot Along the same thing as Ready to Roll?
Actually, isn't Trot Along just better than Ready to Roll?
No, Trot Along is worse than Ready to Roll because with Ready to Roll, you can E-Strike draw a card.
Yeah, but Trot Along like turns on all your Mocking Blows and Claws and stuff.
Yeah, all your
Which is,
Mocking
like,
Blows
usually
have
good
go
enough.
again.
No, but Ready to Roll does the same thing, but it could get 2 extra points.
I don't know. Chat's kind of cooking.
No. I thought about Trot Along like a few days ago. No, it's got to be Ready to Roll. It says KO spec on it.
It has to be the funny card.
It has to be the funny card.
Dude, then the name of my deck still fits better. I love that
Stop.
little guy.
No, you can't do that.
We were literally playing NIMBY. We have to play the dwarf
No,
guy.
you're trolling.
I don't know. It sounds kind of good, actually. I might.
It doesn't. It. I hate you.
Actually, you can trot along flex strength.
And then what? Pay into it? That one's capped. Stop talking.
What are you talking about? You're trying to play Ready to Roll, and you're just gonna roll a 1 and a 2 anyways.
To be fair, you trot along flex strength, and they have to respect the fork. And if they do, then you just throw claw into them and kill them.
Yeah, they block 6, you throw claw. They don't block, you pump it.
They have to block. They have to block 9. What do you mean 6?
9, yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, but Ready to Roll lets you go pitch a blue, swing big CNC. Trot Along doesn't let you do that.
Well, you play both.
Just why don't you
No.
just like not
about
miss on the
why don't
schedule.
you just play one of each till it feels like it's flavorful?
Blue
Just play
Overload win? Oh god.
one of Blue Overload. We can do that too.
Oh gosh, no, I think we're good. I don't think the gravy matchup needs to be touched. Did you see the last game we just played?
Gravy is a
I don't
awful,
need to add.
apparently.
I don't need to add one more value to my EV to make it
Maybe
2.
locals is a consideration.
Oh
It's
my God.
another like card that comes in for 8 at the end of the game. But
It's
this deck arsenals really well a lot of times. So you really
I
wanna
don't
discard
like that
that?
it's optional. I know optional. I don't like that it's not optional to discard. The fact that it forces you to discard on hit means your opponent could just like ruin your arsenal.
Like it is
seems-
good. The +2 text is pretty relevant in the very late game, but the on hit's pretty bad. Like in Ira, you often have a trash card that you're totally fine trading with your opponent, but in this deck, I don't really want to trade a card for a card because our cards are better.
Like every card is gas. Yeah, you don't want to discard a single card.
The worst card to throw in the deck is probably offensive behavior.
Well, I guess Fiddler's Green would be amazing if you
Yeah. Oh,
discard
what?
Fiddler's Green
That
to
is
Rowdy
the
Locals.
attraction,
but-
dude. Discarding Fiddler's Green.
But
is
that's
bad.
never
But if
gonna
it-
happen.
But if they block it, you have this Fiddler's Green in your hand.
Exactly. That's what, dude. I was like, man, discarding Fiddler's Green is so good. And I'm like, oh, but if they block, oh.
Then that means they gave up tempo to block the Rowdy Locals, and you have this Fiddler's Green in your hand.
That you should have blocked with the previous turn cycle.
You could activate KO with it to get it out of your hand, technically speaking.
Well, we've played the deck enough to know that you don't always get to block with Fiddler's Green. Sometimes
is
you have
true.
it and they don't attack you.
I've actually had people purgatory me with Fiddler's Green in hand. That's actually really funny.
That is guess.
Yeah, they purged me and I just discarded Fiddler's Green. I was like, sick. Arsenal swing.
No, Blue Feisty Locals is actually pretty good. It's like one of the cards you look
It
for
blocks
in
two.
limited. No, I'm just saying in general, like it's a decent card. Like it plays into the correct play style. It does block 2. We don't
If it
like
blocked 3, it'd be pretty good actually.
Run Rainbow Siren for Rowdy support. This deck doesn't run Sirens very well because Swing Big and Show Strength is 1 extra value.
Like I don't want to play Sirens.
Well, the
because
life gain is relevant.
The life gain is relevant, but it's also like, is it? Like
I mean, if we wanted more generically good 2 costs in the deck, then I think it's worth considering. But I don't think we like the deck's already full, right? Like you would cut like E-Strike for it, but I think E-Strike's like filling a role that's kind of nice.
E-Strike is better at making you win the fatigue game than the extra life off Sirens is. And as far as tempo and being aggressive goes, Sirens just kills you compared to like having an E-Strike.
E-Strike is so good. I remember when I first brought it up. I still remember. Does that mean the deck's bad? I was like, no. Trust. And it's been a banger ever since.
I thought the heuristic was if you're naming Go Again with E-Strike, your deck's bad.
We only do it when we have like 2 Vigors to swing Claw, though, for like 1 extra value. Or
True.
there's a swing Vigor and CC behind it.
I don't know. E-Strike bottoming one of your red cards for late game play like a Mocking Blow is also quite strong.
There is hands where you draw like too many D-Reacts or you have like Fiddlers and stuff, and like being able to bottom an excess red that you don't want right now or like bottom a Villainous Pose is pretty good.
So they're mentioning that they never saw Overcrowded do the Overcrowded thing. That's because the matchups we played didn't do the Overcrowded thing.
Yeah, if you ever play into
Marlin or
Assassin, you're gonna feel like so.
You're gonna
good
be
about
like,
that
you're
card.
gonna put this Overcrowded in your graveyard, and they're gonna Codex shoot, and it's gonna block for 4 from Arsenal on the Leave No Witnesses. And you go, this card's incredible.
I mean, technically against KO, it blocks for 3 to 4 a lot, but
it's also
it is
good
only
into.
it's only a 1 of, right? So it's not
Yeah,
gonna
it's
always
also
like come
it's
up.
also good into Pleiades, because Pleiades likes to make random tokens here and there, like Confidence, Might, Toughness, whatever.
It's okay.
It's like
it takes,
okay.
Yeah, it takes up one of your action card block slots.
It's really good in the Vin set because they just have a bunch of random tokens lying on their board, like Eloquence and like Rune Chance they can't get rid of, and you have like a Vigor token. And it's just like blocks for 6, and you're just like,
Yeah,
It's like,
it either blocks for a ton or it's a blue pitch. Great.
Also, having ambush, just arsenaling, like it's basically like arsenaling the equivalent of that all you got. If you want to think about it, it's pretty good in Arsenal.
Yeah, you can even swing with it.
Yeah.
There's occasions where it's come in for 8.
No. Marlin has Codex.
Yeah, Marlin has Codex, and by the way, consider the fact that her blue harpoons come in for 8. And if she plays Codex, you have a Vigor token. Overcrowded +1 card perfectly covers a blue harpoon.
We had this screenshot of us cackling because we made a Vigor the previous turn, and the Marlin activated cannon and played Codex. We discarded a NIMBY, grabbed back an Overcrowded, and then we blocked the Overcrowded for 5 and a Steel Victory and took their Ponder and covered their arrow. We were dying about that for like an hour. You remember that, Thomas? They homepaged you instantly.
Where's the Rotten Remains?
That card's not that great. It relies on your opponent to play bad cards.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like okay against Syndra. It like makes them have to use their hero power or lose their dagger, right?
Yeah, I don't think the Syndra game's gonna losing a dagger. How impactful is it really nowadays? They also play Concealed Blade, so there's no guarantee.
How many 1-powers do you even have in the deck? You have NIMBY and then blue Mocking Blow. Oh, all the Mocking Blows are 1s technically.
Yep, they're all
overcrowded.
But it's on a 1-to-1 basis with your opponent's graveyard, so it's not like how many ones that you have. It's how many ones does it go back and forth.
I was just wondering if you could play it early against Syndra and try to nix one of her daggers.
Prime the Crowd. We don't play Prime the Crowd because that card sucks in the reviled.
We tried it. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good either.
The moment I had a Vigor, a blue, and a Prime the Crowd in my hand, and it didn't hit my claw, I was like, this card sucks.
I mean, it's good in all the cases in which it's the same thing as Villainous Pose, but there's some moments when it's worse than Villainous Pose, and Villainous Pose is already on the edge of like being kind of a mid card.
Like I already don't want to.
Not working at weapons is like a really bad downside. It makes the card way clunkier. And then if you play against any other Super Slam heroes, it's pretty liability.
Aaron kept joking with Vipox one day, but it never actually made the cover of the deck.
I've played with Vipox, but it never really like does the thing you want it to do.
It's like just compare it to Red Mocking Blow. Like
it's like Mocking Blow is Vipox. It's just they can't interact with it.
What a banger. Mocking Blow is the best card in the deck. At 9 copies.
It does make the deck function.
It does do the thing. I don't think this deck exists without Mocking Blow.
No, the Mocking Blow is what pushes it to like having like that 4.5 value per card. Because not even Swing Big like really quite gets you there, right? Like it's still you have 2 cards for it, but Mocking Blow Red comes in at 5 value per card spent on it. It's crazy.
And I mean, Mocking Blows are what are making the Vigors most of the time, which is what lets you do the 1-card Swing Bigs and stuff like that.
I don't know how to evaluate Vigor numerically in this deck because you can only evaluate it on a turn-to-turn next hand basis.
I never like to add a number point value to Vigor. I know like Taylor always does that where he'll just add 1 to the value of a turn whenever he makes a Vigor, but I don't think it really like plays out that way. I'm not going to count a Vigor as a damage or like 1 value.
We tested Meeps. We'd rather just smash them.
Meeps is so mid. The moment I told Thomas that he can't steal a gold with it, it got cut from the deck. It was instantaneous. If we had more go again, would we play Tenacity? I don't think your value comes from doing cute things like trying to gotcha your opponent.
Even Tenacity is kind of cool though.
Your hero power already is a gotcha, so you don't really need more stuff.
You're not really trying to scam your opponents with cards that could be bad if they're not scamming.
Villainous
Okay,
Sports Nasty is kind of cool though.
Sit around and see if anybody else has anything before we end the stream.
I think that's good. I mean, anyone who likes to play like a value mid-range deck with, you know, block cards and big numbers with small hands will like this deck. So
People that play
if you hate Codex of Frailty, this is the deck for you. My God.
if you play Club Rhinar and you just want a better deck, this is the deck for you.
If you had CYB, would you run it? I would.
Yes,
try.
it would be.
it
would be easily in the deck. It wouldn't even be close.
I'm not sure how you kill your opponent once you put CYB in here, but maybe they just get bored and leave.
I mean, you would probably not be playing Fiddlers, and you would have a different blue. There's really not that much you'd have to cut to play it, but it would make the deck obnoxious for sure. Yeah, if you were an Ira player, you'll probably like this deck.
If you're an Azuri player, you might also like this deck. If you're a Club Rhinar player, you probably like this deck.
It actually is very similar to Azuri, now that you bring that up.
It's like Tough Nut, but can convert hands. Yeah. Also, you have 4 intellect.
Which is nice.
Yeah, it comes up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sad Tough Nut noises, yep. Don't worry, we're trying to solve Tough Nut. It's a process.
I mean, technically 1 card Rock is still better than 1 card Nimby.
Yeah, but it's like situational, and your deck has to be bad, and there's like a lot of requirements to swing that rock for 7.
The problem with Tough Nut is like the rock deck has a lot of issues with it and ways that it could just totally fold on itself. But the Romping Club deck is not like quite as powerful to kind of get there in a lot of games. So it's a tough little puzzle for the 3 intellect hero.
I think all 4 of the new heroes are extremely difficult to deck build around. They might all be good. It's just they're hard to build.
All right. Well, we're going to call it here. Hope everybody had fun today. We learned a bit about RKO and gave our thoughts on the deck. I would definitely play this for a ProQuest season if I had the cards to do so. All right. Everybody want to say goodbye?
Yep. Good night.
See you guys.
See you later. Catch our 0 to 60 tomorrow for Valda with me, Josh.